Hey lovely faces that I cannot see. Today we are going to be making a DIY gelatin mix. You're going to need gelatin, of course, and then you're going to need some glycerin and a cup that you don't care about and a spoon. Spoon. Now take 2 tablespoons of gelatin or 1 packet and you're going to mix it with 2 tablespoons of water. And you're going to get this grainy kind of mix, and that's okay. Next, you're going to take 1 tablespoon of your glycerin and pour that in. Whoa, okay. And you're going to mix that really well and microwave it for 8 seconds, only 8 seconds. You should come out with this thin mixture. Make sure it doesn't boil or else it won't work. You can find all of these items at Walmart. You can find the gelatin in the baking section and the glycerin in the pharmacy section. You don't have to do this part, but I added 4 drops of my liquid foundation to get the right tint for my skin, and then just mix that in before it's set. Once the gelatin is thick enough not to roll off your skin when you pour on a few layers of this until you get the desired height you want your wound. Gelatin sets very quickly, so it goes from too thin to too thick very quickly, so you have to do this very fast. I then blended the edges with my finger just by pressing down on the edges and sweeping in a sideways motion so you get nice clean edges so it does look like your skin. I took a pencil and just started to dig out the gash that I wanted. I did it several times. It's better to be too thin than too thick the first sweep you do this, and it still has to be fairly pliable. You can't do this when it's completely dry. Next, I took a powder foundation and I just sprinkled that all over so it didn't stick to my brush, and then I swept it and blended it into the outer edges of my skin. It won't really look like much at first, but once you add in the shading, it'll look great. Next, I went in with a red cream paint, which you can find anywhere right now, and I put it on a little sponge, and I went into the inner creases and walls of the cut, and then I spread that out on top of the skin so it looked very irritated, and I also bruised it with some of the purple from that palette as well. Next, I took a black liner and I just added that into the very inner edges of the wound just to add some depth. Taking some scab blood, I then threw that in all over the place to give it that chunky, fleshy, yuck feel, and then I stippled that everywhere. You can use any kind of blood. I used vampire blood from the spirit store, and I just put that in the rest of the cut, and it just looked all ooey and gross. And there you have it. You're done. You can officially go and gross people out. I've had a lot of people tell me that they don't think that they could do this. This one is by far the easiest thing you could do. You could throw this on in a matter of like 10-15 minutes. If you have any leftover gelatin, you can let it dry and you can store it in little Ziploc bags and you can microwave it again and reuse this.
After this, can you guys go to the tower?
Ew! Don't put gelatin in your mouth!
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, like and share, and yeah, bye!